Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tractorchute back on Tock Tuesday for a second game of the day. I must have too much time on my hands. We are going to go back in time. I don't know how far back in time, but back to the Wings of Liberty days. This is a Wings of Liberty game. It is a P versus P matchup. In the upper right corner, we have playing the blue Protoss, SombreSeraph. He will be playing blue Protoss, and he will be very somber this entire match, I would imagine. If we go up to the upper left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss being played by our SONTHEEVES. Apparently played this before. Obviously, the clans were out, which they didn't come out till HOTS came out. Should have been a given. Here we go. SONTHEEVES, SombreSeraph. Let's get ready to rumble. This should be a doozer, as I do like PvP matches. Here we go. Very polite to start the game. Both of them here are getting the standard gateway and pylon to start here. Not much scouting so far, but finally SombreSeraph has decided it is time to scout. Let's see what we can find. Both going at the exact same time here. We do have both of them with the exact same build so far. Go figure, eh? We'll speed this up a bit here, just till we get to the interesting parts. They're both chrono boosting the heck out of their probes here, or at least one is chrono boosting, the other one has elected to chrono boost. Yes, is now doing that as well. Both of them scouting to the bottom corners there, missing out identical scout locations, and yes, they're going to cross pretty much at the exact middle of the map here. So both of them missing the scout to start the game, which is quite fine, as it's much better timing. By the time they get in there, they may have a little bit more insight as to what the opponent is doing here. Has elected to send a Zealot over there, so we're getting a little bit early of a Zealot, maybe to go in to do a little bit of a harass, who knows here. But is going to get the Zealot over there. Is getting a pylon over here as well here. If we pull up the units tab here, we do currently have in producement one Zealot, one probe out of Somber. And Somber has just made it up to the base here. We'll run into another Zealot. He doesn't like the blue Zealot. Somber's running into the base anywhere. SONTHEEVES going to chase him down here. Chasing the Zealot. Round and round we go. If we go over here, we're getting a probe just standing in the base here. SONTHEEVES able to sit there and relax. And Somber has ran his little Zealot out of the base. Brought another one in and says, you know what? Let's tag team him. Here we go. 2-on-1. Just the way he likes it. At least that's what his mom told me. Here we go. Going to chase that Zealot down here. SONTHEEVES doesn't want this engagement. Is going to run a bit here. Might get a couple probe kills if he elects to turn around here. But does have the Stalker out now here. The Stalker should get rid of these Zealots here. Does get the probes off the line without losing any of them, it appears here. Yes, does get him out of there. Very good micro by SONTHEEVES. Both of them very good micro, to be honest with you. Very impressive. Cybernetic score is going to work on Warp Gate technology here. If we go over here, we still have the probe of SONTHEEVES just sitting in the base and relaxing here. Do have a robo going up, so we do have the one gateway, one robo build starting out of Somber. And we are getting the second gateway and the third gateway going down here for SONTHEEVES. Is peckering away at the Zealot here. Back and forth they go here. Somber getting some probe kills. Has 3 so far. Somber does finally come out ahead with this Zealot. 4 kills so far. Very well done. Is going to lose him now. Is continuing. Wow. Can't believe the harassment he put on with that Zealot here. Very well done. SONTHEEVES shot the gateway the cybernetic core for something to do. Apparently got a little finger happy there by accidentally misclicking, but that is quite fine. Wow. Continuous units coming over here for Somber. Just relentless. Not too sure why he's continuing to send units up, as SONTHEEVES now has everything wrapped up here and should do quite well, able to defend this quite well. And yes, Somber has elected to go on the move command. Maybe wants a couple more probe kills, or just lost track here. Is going to get none of it. 0 more probe kills. Finally, SONTHEEVES has to leave the base here. Is continually sending down Stalkers. Really want to see if he's got some sort of rally point. No, he does not. Is electing to send them down there. Maybe we'll send the Immortal down too. He's very excited to continually feed SONTHEEVES over here. SONTHEEVES now has 4 Stalkers at the top of the ramp here. Very well done. Should stop this Stalker in his tracks. This Stalker says, no, I'm going to make my way up there anyways. Here he comes. Is going to get greeted by 4 Stalkers. Probably won't last very long, believe it or not. I put my money on SONTHEEVES in this one. Has locked him in. And yes, must have been on the move command to the mineral line again. Well, now that he's even things out here, SombreSeraph has gathered his intelligence and decided, you know what, it's time to change that rally point, get everything worked out here, and start macroing up. Does have the second and third gateway coming up here, is continuing to go with the Immortal Stalker build, a very good build, very well done. Are going heavy Stalker still by SONTHEEVES, is getting an observer out here, so we'll soon see what he decides to go for a Tech 3 unit here. Does have the Twilight Council out here, sorry. Hasn't got anything in it. I'm gonna have to imagine we're gonna see some Blink come out here, as that would make the most sense, is getting the Immortal. So we could see a double Stalker Immortal build here. Is getting the fourth gateway out here. Really should start expanding pretty soon. Once you get that fourth gate and robo out, usually a good time to get the expansion going to get that income flowing for you. But we'll soon find out if we speed the game up here. What's going to happen is both of them seem to be coming to a bit of a standstill here. SONTHEEVES moving the army out just so he can expand, guard the top of that ramp there. Over here, we do have the pylon going up in the corner just so we can see what's coming in. Is getting 2 more gateways out here. Very well done. Is on 6 gateways. That would be a good sign, time to expand. 6 gateways on one base doesn't work overly well. Does have the observer over the base for SONTHEEVES, so we'll know what's coming his way. Heavy on the Immortals. 4 Immortals in that army could cause a lot of grief here. This could be trouble here. We'll see how the micro is going to work for either one, but it does look like Sombre has decided I'm moving right in, is not stopping this army here. Does have 1 Stalker up ahead, so he does get to see what the engagement's going to be. Does not elect to send him up first. Usually you like to see what you're going to walk into, but might just walk the whole army up and hope for the best. Here we go, a little bit on the move command. Does get good force field down there. Very well done by SONTHEEVES. Is microing here, is backing off, is going to get the Z-Lock kills here. Needs to get some more force fields up here to try and engage us, as he is going to be beat up by those Immortals. So really needs the force fields to even this out here. Isn't looking good here, is getting beat down fairly good here. 3 Immortals here melt away. They do target down the Immortal of SONTHEEVES here. SONTHEEVES warps in some more units here. Is going to be a very close battle here. Just those Immortals are just looking to be too much here. And yes, it might get an expansion kill here, which would be huge for Sombre. Sombre's moving in. We are warping in a Z-Lot here. Not too sure what that Z-Lot's going to do, but has managed to chase him out for some reason. Not entirely sure why he's retreating here. Might be getting a little bit cocky here. Really should have looked at focusing down that Nexus possibly. SONTHEEVES didn't have a whole lot, but like I say, it is a higher level than me, so maybe he did make the right move there. I'm not too sure. You make your own decision right there. So we are getting back to a little bit more of even armies here. If we take a look at here, Sombre has 1 Immortal with 8 Stalkers. SONTHEEVES has 2 Stalkers, 1 Immortal, and 2 Z-Lots here. We are now warping in a lot more Stalkers for Sombre. Sombre still not expanding. Really needs to get an expansion out here. We are at the 12-minute mark here. So we do have a little bit of an economy advantage for SONTHEEVES here. Is starting to warp in some more units here. Getting a little bit more Stalkers up there with these Z-Lots up here. Do have Sombre with an observer up there, so does know what he's walking into this time. Is still carrying a bit heftier of an army, but they are fairly even at this point in time here. If we take a look at the Twilight Council, still no upgrades for SONTHEEVES. We go over here, does not have anything other than the gateways and the robo, so nothing going on there. In fact, doesn't even have a forge for upgrades. And we are getting upgrades now, the level 1 weapons. And that's about all we're going to get so far for SONTHEEVES. So SONTHEEVES will have the economy and the upgrade advantage here. But of course, when you're 1-basing, we will probably have a tiny bit of a unit advantage. But when you're 1-basing with that many gateways and a robo, it's going to be tough to keep the economy up here. But he's doing fairly good so far. Is Sombre is walking in once again with the bigger army here. See how this goes here. Does not have any sentries for force fields here. Should be interesting. Is going to get the high ground though, so at least that gives him that advantage. Does back off. Very smart by Sombre. Should be able to melt this expansion. Don't think there's much that SONTHEEVES can do at this point in time as far as saving that expansion goes, but should be able to get this ramp saved. I would imagine we're going to see a sentry warp in pretty soon here, as may need to guard that ramp here, as he is fairly low on units compared to Sombre here. Sombre is going to continually beat the heck out of it, takes everything out down here. I would imagine, would like to see a proxy maybe a little bit closer, maybe up here now that he's moving up. Is going to try and get up the ramp here. Is not going to get shielded. There's nobody there to build shields. Is going to start losing guys, but does have the Immortals on the high ground here, which is very good for SONTHEEVES. Has the Z-Lots to block that ramp off here. Is fairly close. Wow. Very good job by SONTHEEVES. I'm very impressed so far by both these guys' micro. Very good engagements. Both of them just back and forth. Definitely keeping the pressure on by Sombre here. Very good. Has pushed SONTHEEVES back to his one base again here. Is moving up again here. Is going to elect to possibly move into the base here. He's going to sit at the bottom of the ramp here. And we are getting some D... Oh, no, sorry. That is not a DD. That is an observer on the field. Does get the shield up, though. Good job with the sentry by SONTHEEVES. That's going to buy him enough time to get some more units in here, hopefully. Still not going anywhere as far as teching up, but does currently have, a robo facility, so is possibly looking to get into some Colossi, I would imagine here, but just constantly warping in units is Sombre. Very well done on one base for the amount of units he's been able to keep up here. Very good. Does take that pylon out there, is amassing a massive army at the bottom here. Really does have him outdone here with 15 Stalkers and 3 Immortals to the 2 Immortals and 5 Zealots with 2 Sentries for SONTHEEVES. Is backing off again here. Wow, really needs to get a killer instinct, because I think he might have had this game, but then again, what really was watching the ramp really well by SONTHEEVES, so who knows whether or not he could have got up or not. But is going to amass a fairly big army down here. Does have a probe in the army. Secret pro level move to keep the probe in there, I would imagine, but I'd have to really imagine that we're going to see a pylon go down by the probe. More than likely up here. Either that or just take a couple shots. Do have an observer falling up here. Sombre wants to know what he's flying into, I would imagine here. Or maybe he's possibly scared of getting DT'd a bit here. If we go over here, is sticking to the same build. Has not put up any more buildings at all here. So is really relentless on this attack here. SONTHEEVES is amassing up a lot of Zealots, as he does realize he does need to protect the ramp via Shield and Zealot to keep the Immortals on the high ground to do their damage. Here we go again here. Very almost took out that observer here. Is backing off a bit. Good shield on the bottom of the ramp here. Does have the Colossi now. Very smart as that Colossi will have very good range and should be able to melt away here. And, tries to focus him, but no, Stalker backs off there. Back and forth. SONTHEEVES is just feeling under pressure here. A lot of pressure at the bottom of the ramp. Very good with the Colossi, though. Very good maneuver to counter this. Very, very smart by SONTHEEVES. Does focus him down this time here, but now has no Immortals left. There are 2 Immortals for SONTHEEVES, though. So now the Immortal count has turned around. There we go. 3 now for Sombre. Sorry there. Just had to breathe. Here we go. Back and forth. Back and forth. Shooting with the Immortals. Gets everybody up the ramp. Pushing them back now. SONTHEEVES is on the ropes here. Backing off fairly hefty here. Warping in some more guys here. And it does look like he feels like he's got the kill. Is focusing down the Immortal. Does slowly go down here. Is trying to get the Zealot count down. They are very, very even here. SONTHEEVES is going to warp in another one here. They are so very close here. Who knows which way he's going to go. A lot more Stalkers coming in. Stalkers are going to focus. Really should be focusing down the pylons here. Would be his best move. He's got to unpower everything. SONTHEEVES is continuing to warp in, guys. Both of them have fairly good income count here, surprisingly. 4-1 base. Back and forth we go here. Sombre is keeping the unit advantage here, but with the Stalker out there, that should turn the tides to get him out of there. Very well done. Sombre is backing off here, really thinking, I'm a little bit surprised we're not getting the expansion. Is long distance mining now, still with no expansion up here. Both of them are pretty much mined out. This is tense back and forth action here. Is going to back off possibly to make sure, yeah, there you go, very smart. Stay at the bottom there. Will allow him to expand here, would like to think. But does need to get the minerals now. That's a lot of minerals each of them have to mine just to get enough to get their expansion building up here. All that attacking back and forth. Nobody wanted to expand. This is one of the tensest 1v1 battles we've had without an expansion. We are 19, almost 20 minutes in the game. Nobody's expanded. There's just been so much micro having to happen here. Here we go again here. 1 Colossi, 1 Immortal at the bottom here. Long distance mining is going to lose a lot of probes here. And Might does lose the Colossi. Here goes the probe count going to start adding up here once he gets rid of these few Zealots in here. And they slowly go down here. We'll now start to see some probes melt away here possibly. Like to see what is in there. Wow, all the probes attack here. Very well done by SONTHEEVES again. Surprised he took all that out. Very well done. Good micro by both these players. Finally, SONTHEEVES has enough to expand. And once we do see again here, just spending it on units with Sombre, really having the long distance mine to get up there, almost at 400 here. We'll be a little bit behind. Looks like probably about 25, almost 30 seconds behind on getting his nexus up once it does happen here. Very interesting game so far as both these players back and forth action, just what we like to see. Should be able to speed it up to 2 times here at least, as both these guys will have to rebuild here. Very tense matchup. Still a little bit surprised we haven't got Blink out of SONTHEEVES or Zealot legs at all there. as that Twilight Council really hasn't been used for anything, to be honest with you. Do have still the one upgrade on the ground armor, and that is about it as far as that goes. And we did not even get the extended thermal lance. Oh, just so much going on. Both these guys probably did not have time to do either one. I would imagine we're going to see some more buildings come out of each of them now that they are getting the expansion out here, just so they can then possibly either tech up or get some bigger upgrades. Would like to see a forge go down for Somber, as he does need to keep up, as upgrades could be the change of this game here that could change the tides here. There we go. Now he's able to start saturating that expansion here. The Nexus down for both players. Income will start coming in again. Now imagine here we do see the Observer coming over. Fourth SONTHEEVES is going to investigate what he sees. Not much different so far, other than the fact we are getting a bit more Zealots than what he has had most of the game here. Mainly a ground army for both these guys here. Really a big ground army. A heavy ground army, I would have to say, for Somber, as he does have 3 Immortals, 3 Zealots, and only the 3 Stalker count there. Here we go, massing up both of them. We are to 69 and 57 for food count. Fairly odd at the 24-minute mark, but there's just so much engagement back and forth. And finally, we are getting SONTHEEVES moving out here with his army here. Let's find out what's going to happen as he moves slowly in to take that Nagra Tower there. Allows him to see, make sure there's nothing around the middle of the map hiding on him here. Is slowly going to get up to the ramp here. Would like to see what he's going to do here. Is getting moved out on both ways here. 4 Immortals, 5 Stalkers, 5 Zealots against 12 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, 1 Colossi, 1 Immortal, and 1 Zealot for SONTHEEVES. Both of the armies missing each other. Might turn into a base race. He does catch him here. Does he turn the army around? No, Somber is going to go for a base race here. Don't know if that's the best of moves here, but we'll soon find out. Does have the Immortal count, which will take down the buildings of SONTHEEVES a lot quicker. Is going to get rid of the expansion fairly quick. It's just the timing, I don't think, is good, as SONTHEEVES did get the engagement a lot sooner than what it's taking for Somber to get over there. Taking out a lot of pros. SONTHEEVES is wondering what to do. Is trying to protect his ramp as long as he can. Very well done with the shields. Brilliant by SONTHEEVES. That's where his attention went, and that's where it needed to be, as that delays even longer. Wow, very well done. We'll get into the main. I would have to imagine this base race isn't going to go so well for Somber, as he's still just getting into the expansion of SONTHEEVES. Meanwhile, SONTHEEVES is already up, melting away the base. Has taken out pretty much every probe that Somber had there. Does manage to get a probe out there to make sure he's not going to lose. Probably will plant a pylon, I would have to imagine, or a Nexus somewhere. Will melt this base away. Has unpowered everything. Probably realizes, there we go. Got rid of all of them. Somber hasn't even got up into the main yet. Just too much there to kill. Looks like this game's going to go to SONTHEEVES, I would have to imagine. He is melting away at all this here. Somber does have the Immortal count, but I think he's just too far ahead, especially with this down here. Nexus now built there. Does look like Somber should lose this game. Hopefully graciously. We're going to find out here. Graciously, sorry. Bad English by me. And we'll finish off the assimilator. I do believe that is the last building for Somber. And it does go down there. And 1 pylon. Very, very sorry. He did have a pylon left. And what else does he have on the map? Did he manage to get a probe out? No, he didn't. Wondering what's keeping him alive here. Oh, does have the hidden pylons over here. Hiding on the edge of the map. SONTHEEVES with the offensive GG there. Unless I missed one by Somber. Don't think I did there. That should be it there. Will take out there. There we go. The finish by SONTHEEVES. Very well done. Submit your replays to tractorchute@gmail.com. Submit the challenge. I'll have the challenge in the description there. I've been mentioning it the last 2 casts, so hopefully we get some good submissions for that one. Leaving you with the saying of the day: don't lick my windows. Take that to the bank. Thanks for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.